or a different one, which is like a ranger character who stands behind and shoots you and forces you to go closer to him. There are bruisers, there are big ass tanky guys.
Like Left 4 Dead.
Grab as much resources they can.
Okay, so in terms of the enemies, they're going Left 4 Dead, where they got the different like categories, like the one that runs at you, the brute, the one that spits acid from a distance, all that. That's smart. What's going on, guys? Guess what game we're covering today? More Cronos, the New Dawn. There's another developer diary for the combat. I've been covering every video they put out. This is a game by Bloober team who recently did the Silent Hill 2 remake and did a fantastic job. And their new game is Cronos, and it looks super awesome. You're a chrononaut time traveler, a time-traveling astronaut type dude who's investigating anomalous zones, kind of like H.P. Lovecraft's The Color Out of Space or Annihilation. And in these anomalous zones are monsters based kind of on The Thing, John Carpenter's The Thing. And these things are weird and wild, and they can merge together. And it just looks sick. This is one of the horror games coming out that I'm most excited about besides Silent Hill F. But yeah, all I know so far about the combat is you have this melee weapon, kind of like knife that comes out of your gauntlet or something like that, but it also turns into your pistol weapon. Your pistol and melee weapon are kind of the same device that like transfigures, transmogrifies, whatever you want to call it. And I've also seen the main character use a shotgun as well. And there's even a part where it seemed like he had a AoE area of effect damage, fire damage, where he stomped or something and he caught the bad guy on fire. And I was like, wait, how do you do that? What was that about? So maybe they'll go more in depth on what's going on there. But yeah, we're gonna check out this developer diary, see what's going on with the combat in this game, because it looks really awesome. Let's do this. Oh yeah, and the synth
Hello, my name
soundtrack is sweet.
I'm game director in Project Cronos.
I love these guys.
My name is Shamilian Bukhtin. I'm lead combat designer here in Cronos.
And today we want to talk about combat in Cronos the New Dawn.
Serious business.
Cool.
So we want to make a combat experience in a surviving atmosphere where we put a lot of emphasis into a tactical experience for the players.
We need to stay cautious and call all the time because our enemies, orphans, can merge with each other. So when you kill an enemy, it creates, in a way, a fuel for other enemies to be absorbed.
Oh, they can pick up the dead. Oh shit.
So yeah, it's tactical gameplay, but during the fight, you need to also think very fast. What should you do?
Okay.
Since we're aiming into the tactical and decision-making approach, we are making each encounter in the game handcrafty, which leads to that somewhere you have environment as your own advantage. Somewhere not, and it's going to be a disadvantage. Somewhere you can use the canister. Somewhere
cool.
You can
that was like an implosion grenade.
Your position.
I guess it was a canister, but
versa, and just go into melee and fight with your enemies with your best luck.
There is no one solution to how to, clear out arenas and so on. Depends on your playstyle. Even in here when we develop the game, some of us play more offensive, more defensive. It all depends on your loadout, your gameplay style in a way, and how you want to approach it, and how many resources you have. So there's a lot of variability there.
Yeah, that's a good question.
It's actually up to you how the resource management would be handled. Because here we are giving you different types of weapons, different tools, abilities. And throughout the game, you have to, by yourself, figure out
that's the melee, pistol, transmogrifier.
What kind of player you are and what kind of strategy fits for you better in our environment.
Resource management is also a key, of course, in survival horror, but definitely in our game. So it's very important what you are doing before the fight with the resource, during the fight and after the fight. If you are more offensive player, you can craft maybe more ammunition.
You got
If you are more
crafting like
defensive
Resident
one,
Evil
or
and The
want to have
Last
more
of
health
Us.
packs, okay, from the same resources, you will decide, okay, I want to have something for, when it wouldn't be needed.
Yes, of course you can. As
Sweet.
many other survival horror games, we made a decent progression tree for the player, so you can upgrade your weaponry, your tools, your suit. It's up to you
Like Dead
how you would like
Space.
to upgrade your character that fits best for your playstyle.
Okay, so the inventory and crafting and upgrading is kind of a mixture of Resident Evil and Dead Space. Yeah, okay, I can get down with that. That's cool. That's cool. It's already got a Dead Space vibe to the game, and so yeah, just kind of take all the system elements from the best games,
In Cronos game, we came up with the different takes on the enemies. So here we build different types of roles for them. So imagining a role of a runner whose basic goal is to run to the player and kill him as fast as it can. Or a different one, which is like a ranger character who stands behind and shoots you and forces you to go closer to him. There are bruisers, there are big-ass tanky guys.
like
whose
Left
the only
4
goal is
Dead.
to grab as much resources they can from you. With that idea, we created a lot
That's
of
awesome.
unique encounters within the game, and we're asking you to think, analyze, and decide on yourself what would be the best target to start fighting.
All of that is flipped by a merge system. So even if you're, very good at what Shannon said, when merge happen, now, your running enemy can become a tank enemy.
Okay, that adds
Even
variability
range attack now,
to
or
the
other
scenario
attacks
on the
can become
fly.
stronger and stronger if you let them merge, so don't do it. So you need to be very careful, how to approach combat with our enemies, because different things can happen during the fight. But also we mix that with different types
There
of
was the
enemies,
flame
like
thing
more
again.
sneaky ones, or like more like trap-like ones here and there, also to change the pace of the game. But also I think somebody said something about boss fights.
No. We're not talking about boss fights.
So yeah, that's
Okay.
a secret, sorry.
Okay, so in terms of the enemies, they're going Left 4 Dead, where they got the different categories, like the one that runs at you, the brute, the one that spits acid from a distance, all that. That's smart. That's I see now where the tacticalness comes in, because that's what's fun about Left 4 Dead, having to be tactical on the fly, adapting to the situation based on which enemies they throw at you. And now this is taking it a step further and adding variability where now the enemies can merge with the ones you've already killed and immediately change the scenario again. So I think that's a rad idea. So now we got Resident Evil, Dead Space, and Left 4 Dead, 3 of the best games ever. Yeah, I'm totally down. This is dope.
Yes and no. So all travelers need to jump to the past to extract some targets, but each of them will have different, let's say, list of them.
Okay.
You can find an upgrade in the game that can tell the state of health of enemies. So how much they still have before you kill them.
You can scan to
using
see their
those.
health bar.
You raise your leg and you stop.
With a heavy sound.
Yeah.
Like in Dead Space, Gears of War.
You will
Don't.
suffer. So that's all for today. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for more materials in the future about Cronos the New Dawn.
All right. Cool. Hell yeah. We did get some new info. So yeah, that is freaking awesome. We got Resident Evil style crafting with Dead Space style upgrading of weapons and suit and all that. And then the enemies, not only are they based on John Carpenter's The Thing, but they're also based on the Left 4 Dead enemies in terms of the different styles and classes they're going to throw at you, while adding a new variability, like I said, of them being able to merge. So I can see where they're talking about how you gotta play a lot more tactically in this game. So yeah, that seems super awesome. Now that has me even more excited. I wasn't sure if the enemies were all gonna be kind of like similar and kind of morphed around, but were like somewhat generic. But no, they seem to have like specific types for different kinds of encounters and different types of attacks. And so once again, everything about this game is looking fucking sweet. They're making a cool story. All their influences are great, whether it's from movies, from literature, or other video games. I'm really digging what they're throwing down. So you guys let me know what you think down below. Let me know. Make sure to like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.